children, good morning. Welcome to SST class children. Children, today's SST class we are going to study Civics Unit 2. The name of the lesson is Local Bodies, Rural and Urban. Local bodies means what? It is the local government. Come, let us study the lesson. Before we study the lesson, let us see the learning objectives of this lesson. To know about the structure and functions of rural and urban local bodies, to know about the Grama Sabha and the purpose of Grama Sabha meeting, to understand the special features of Panchayat Raj, to know about the participation of women in local bodies, and to know about the election of local body, and will observe the forthcoming election. Let us see the list of corporations in Tamil Nadu. There are 15 corporations are there in Tamil Nadu. What are they? They are Chennai, Madurai, Coimbatore, Tiruchirappalli, Salem, Tirunelveli, Erode, Thuthukudi, Tirupur, Vellore, Dindukkal, Tanjavur, Nagarkoil, Hosur and Avadi. Among these 15 corporations, Chennai Corporation was founded in 1688 and it is the oldest local body in India. What is called corporation, children? An area which has more than 1 million population can be called as municipal corporations. Is it clear? The local bodies are divided into urban local bodies and rural local bodies. The urban local bodies are categorized into city municipal corporations, municipalities and town panchayats, whereas the rural local bodies are categorized into village panchayat, panchayat union and district panchayat. Come, let us see about the urban local bodies first. City municipal corporations, as I told already, an area which has more than 1 million population can be called as city municipal corporations. Next, municipalities. Municipalities are areas which have a population of more than 1 lakh and a high amount of revenue. Revenue means income, and is found in the level below the city municipal corporation. It is called as municipality. Valajapet municipality, which is in Vellore district, is the first municipality in Tamil Nadu. Kanjipuram district has the most number of municipalities. Next we can see town panchayat. A town panchayat has about 10,000 population. A town panchayat is between a village and a city. Tamil Nadu was the first state to introduce a town panchayat in the whole of India. The city municipal corporation has a commissioner. Commissioner is an head of the corporation. He is an IAS officer. IAS means what? Indian Administrative Service. So, in the city municipal corporation, who is the head? The commissioner. He is an IAS officer. The government officials are deputed as commissioners for the municipalities. The administrative officer of a municipality is an executive officer, otherwise he is called EO. Next we can study about the rural local bodies. Rural local bodies are categorized into village panchayat, panchayat union and district panchayat. What are village panchayats? Village panchayats are the local bodies of villages. They act as a link between the people and the government. Villages are divided into wards based on their population. The representatives are elected by the people. The elected representatives are Panchayat President, Ward members, Councillor, District Panchayat Ward Councillor. They are elected by the people. Next we can study about the Panchayat Union. Many village panchayats join to form a Panchayat Union. A councillor is elected from each panchayat, isn't it? We saw just now only, no? So those councillors will elect a Panchayat Union chairperson among themselves. A vice chairperson is also elected. A block development officer, that is BDO, is the administrative head of a Panchayat Union. The services are provided on the Panchayat Union level. Viluppuram district has the highest number of Panchayat Unions. How many? 22. While Nilgiris and Perambalur districts have the lowest number of Panchayat Unions. That is, they have only 4 Panchayat Unions. Next we can study about the District Panchayat. A District Panchayat is formed in every district. A district is divided into wards on the basis of 50,000 population. That means what? Each ward should be having 50,000 of people. The ward members are elected by the village panchayats. The members of the district panchayat elect the district panchayat committee chairperson. They provide essential service and facilities to the rural population and the planning and execution of development programs for the district. The local bodies are governed by the representatives elected by the people. The mayor of the city municipal corporation and the municipal chairperson are the elected representatives of the people. The people elect them. The mayor of the corporation will be elected by whom? By the people. The corporation deputy mayor and the municipal vice chairperson are elected by the ward councillors. Is it clear, children? Okay, now let us study the functions of the village panchayat. Obligatory functions, that is water supply, street lighting, cleaning roads, drainage and sewage pipe system, laying down roads, activation of central and state government schemes. Discretionary functions, that are parks, making parks and libraries, playgrounds, etc. All these are the functions of the village panchayat. Now let us see the functions of the city municipal corporations. What are the functions? They are drinking water supply, street lighting, maintenance of clean environment, primary health facilities, laying of roads, building flyovers, space for markets, drainage system, solid waste management, corporation schools, parks, playgrounds, birth and death registration, etc. Children, just now we studied about the functions of the village panchayat. To do all these works, the panchayat needs some money. From where do they get this money? Let us study about that. Revenue of the village panchayat. Revenue means the income. In which way they will get this income? Through the house tax, professional tax, tax on shops, water charges, specific fees for property tax, specific fees for transfer of immovable property, funds from central and state government, etc. Next, revenue of the city municipal corporation. How do they collect the fund? Through the house tax, water tax, tax on shopping complexes, professional tax, entertainment tax, vehicle charges, funds by central and state government, etc. Next we can study about the Grama Sabha meeting. Grama Sabha meetings, it means what? We have seen elders sitting under the trees and discussing important matters and take decisions, no? That is not called Grama Sabha. A Grama Sabha is formed in every village panchayat. It is the only permanent unit in the Panchayat Raj system. Grama Sabha meetings are held even in smaller villages. The Grama Sabha is the grassroots level democratic institution in a village panchayat. Those who have attained the age of 18 years and whose names are found in the electoral roll of the same panchayat can take part in a Grama Sabha meeting. The Grama Sabha meetings are conducted 4 times in a year. Officers like the district collector, the block development officer, teachers also participate in this meeting. The people can freely express their needs and grievances. When are these meetings convened? They are convened on January 26, May 1st, August 15 and October 2nd. Apart from these days, the meetings can be convened as per the need or during emergency. These are called special Grama Sabha meetings. Is it clear, children? Next we can study about the Panchayat Raj. Mahatma Gandhi advocated Panchayat Raj as the foundation of India's political system as a form of government where each village would be responsible for its own affairs. The Panchayat Raj Act was enacted on April 24, 1992. So, April 24 is considered as the National Panchayat Raj Day. Come, let us see the special features of Panchayat Raj. Grama Sabha, 3-tier local body governance, reservations, Panchayat elections, tenure, finance commission, account and audit, etc. These are the special features of Panchayat Raj. Now let us see the role of women in the local self-government. All local bodies have a reservation of 33% for women. In the 2011 local bodies election, 38% seats were won by women. As per the Tamil Nadu Panchayats Act 2016, 50% reservation for women is being fixed in Panchayat Raj institutions. Local body election. The tenure for the representatives of local self-government is 5 years. The tenure means the period. How many years? 5 years. The election to the local bodies is held once in 5 years by the State Election Commission. Every state has a State Election Commission. The Tamil Nadu State Election Commission is situated in Coimbatore, Chennai. You can see that picture now. In Tamil Nadu, there are 12,524 village panchayats are there. Panchayat unions are 388. District panchayats how many? 31. Town panchayats 528. Municipalities 121 and city municipal corporations 15 are there. That's all in this lesson, children. Thank you, children. Bye, children.